Be veg. Go green to save the planet.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programas offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
รายการของเรามีให้หลายภาษาโปรดดู suprememastertv.com/schedule.
So this is Piggy Smalls and Piggy Sue, and we actually were contacted about a backyard breeding operation where the family got a breeding pair and did not know what to do with the pigs once they raised them and actually fell in love with the pigs.
Please continue watching to find out more.
Noble viewers, I am Naomi. If you hear the word Muraho, that means hello in Kinyarwanda, one of the official languages of Rwanda. The talented Rwandan people wish that all the communities in your nation are always strong, vibrant, and healthy. Welcome to our show titled Sweet Farm, a new kind of sanctuary, part 2 of 2.
Sweet Farm is an animal sanctuary, an heirloom vegetable farm, and a tech haven dedicated to creating a more humane and sustainable world.
In part 1 of our show, we met one of the vegan founders of Sweet Farm located in Northern California, USA, near the city of Half Moon Bay, and learned about the many ways that the Haven's motto, educate, inspire, innovate, is expressed on the farm. Not only does the charity rescue farm and other exploited animals, but it also has a biodiverse veganic produce farm that welcomes people to come and pick vegetables through its community-supported agriculture program. Furthermore, Sweet Farm supports food and technology firms that are finding innovative ways to make our food supply more equitable and peaceful.
So technology at Sweet Farm is an incredibly important part of executing our mission of creating a more compassionate and sustainable world. We feel that technology is such an important part of doing two things. One is increasing the rate of adoption. Food technology that makes the change seamless and easy for people. So plant-based proteins, plant-based dairy alternatives. These are things that are coming onto the marketplace at an increasing pace. And supporting these companies is a key way that we, Sweet Farm, located here in sort of the hotbed of technology, we're located right in Silicon Valley. We feel that it's almost our responsibility to take advantage of our location and in proximity to both entrepreneurs as well as investors engaging in this space to help these two entities interact, get the entrepreneurs the funding they need to, expand out nationally or globally. Among agriculture technology, we work with companies in the sustainability sector that is helping doing things like closing the human waste loop, which at the same time removes pharmaceuticals and antibiotics from the system so it doesn't leach into the water system, and it produces a high nitrogen input source for growing fruits and vegetables. So you burn the human waste at a very high temperature, and it ends up creating a fertilizer source called biochar that is high in nitrogen, and you can use that in place of some of the animal-based inputs that would otherwise be used for growing produce. So that is an example of a scalable technology that does two things. One is it helps close the waste stream for humans, to consider an ecosystem, but to exclude the fact that humans are producing over 3 billion tons of human waste a year is kind of an omission of our own personal part of this cycle.
It's time to meet the most important residents of Sweet Farm, the animals. The animals have primarily been rescued from exploitative situations like animal factories, petting zoos, and breeding operations.
So here we have Brownie and Butterscotch, of course, two brothers. They're the ones that came out of a dairy operation. But then out in the field here we have goats and sheep that came out of different situations. So we have two that came out of a live market situation. We have a couple of 4-H animals. We have an abandonment case. We also have one that came out of a petting zoo situation. She educates folks on things like animal exploitation for entertainment. So the animals have come from a whole variety of situations of varying degrees of exploitation, but all of them are now here at Sweet Farm and live out their entire lives, free from the worry of going to slaughter and being exploited. We let them be sheep and goats and enjoy their lives and go about their business on a daily basis, but we also take care to ensure that they're getting top-notch care from the best vets in California, as well as some of the best vets in the nation. It's a real team effort to make sure that they are healthy and happy for their entire lives. Brownie is incredibly smart goat, incredibly social, and loves treats. So as you can see here, so he's just going right for it. All right, we gotta save some for your friends. All right, there you go, one more for you.
We will now pause for a constructive message and be introduced to more animal friends when we return in just a moment. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Be vegan, make peace. Welcome back to our program, Sweet Farm, a new kind of sanctuary, part 2 of 2. Let's now see how the piggies are doing.
So this is Piggy Smalls and Piggy Sue, and we actually were contacted about a backyard breeding operation where the family got a breeding pair and did not know what to do with the pigs once they raised them and actually fell in love with the pigs. They realized that we can't send these pigs to slaughter, but we have no idea what to do. So they reached out to us. We went in. We ended up taking 2 of them, but we also found homes for all the other pigs. So it was a really happy ending for what could have been a really unfortunate situation for them. And then this is Spuds. So Spuds and her sister Sweet Pea were actually picked up in the Santa Cruz Mountains running around as piglets. And what you'll notice about them is they have these notches in their ears. And That's the international notching system used by production farms. And so we don't know a ton about them other than they were likely escapees from a production farm, either during transport or loading and unloading. They're such sweethearts. They are able to help educate people about, pigs in the food system and why they really deserve respect, and why people should go plant-based and bring more compassion into their daily choices by opting to eat plants instead of animals. Once people meet spuds and sweet pea, they start to realize that, wait a minute, these are incredibly intelligent animals. Pigs have intelligence that's on the order of a 3 to 4 year old human. They just can't vocalize their thoughts into words that we can understand as humans. So it's really great for people to meet them, look into their eyes, and understand why these issues are important and why they should start making changes through their daily choices.
Aren't all the animals so sweet and lovely? They have so many more at the farm sanctuary, around 150 plus, but we just don't have time to meet them all. Before we left, we wanted to ask Dr. Nate Salpeter if he had any more thoughts on sustainable living.
On the agriculture side of things, we definitely promote people eating seasonally. If you're eating seasonally to your location, then again, it reduces your radius, around which that food is sourced. So that's a big piece of how people can start to make their own impact in their choices, even if they are already plant-based, because there's still things that people can do. And something that I think is important for people to remember is the notion of veganism. It's about constant evaluation, self-evaluation, and re-evaluation of what is the information coming in and how can I continually improve.
We thank Dr. Nate Salpeter and the Sweet Farm team for providing excellent shelter to the animals, cultivating sustainable veganic agriculture, and promoting plant-based living to inspire change in people's hearts and minds. For more information about Sweet Farm, please visit sweetfarm.org, Facebook at Sweet Farm CA. Gentle viewers, it has been a pleasure to have you with us today. Up next is the Phoenix, part 10 of 13, on between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May all species forever prosper and enjoy comfort, love, and safety.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/GPGW.
Heaven is watching. Stop worrying.